So back in the days when I used to eat pus and mucus from a cow, I mean dairy, my favorite dressings were blue cheese and ranch. So today I have an amazing dressing for kale salad. It's a creamy ranch. It's gonna knock your socks off. And it, for me, I think it really opened up so many vegan possibilities of what you can have when you're eating a whole food plant-based diet. So let's get started. So first, obviously we have our superfood. So kale's our go-to, but we're gonna make the dressing. And the dressing is fairly simple. We're gonna start out with a half a cup of coconut water. I have some organic coconut water here. Pour it into our trusty Omega blender. And then we're gonna go with a half a cup of apple cider vinegar. Now, when you get apple cider vinegar, make sure you get vinegar with the mother. You need the mom, okay? That means the good probiotics are in there. It's all the healthy stuff. You don't wanna do pasteurized apple cider vinegar. It should be unpasteurized. Bragg's makes a great one. So we're gonna do a half a cup of apple cider vinegar. Okay. Then we're gonna get the base of our ingredients in there, which starts with bell peppers. Okay, so we have sweet bell pepper, 1 sweet bell pepper. Okay, we'll go right into the blender. Then we're gonna do a half of a red onion, give it some nice sweetness, and a little pick-me-up. Okay, I've got 3 cloves of garlic here. Okay, 3 cloves of garlic. I love garlic. And then I've got 2 little Thai peppers. I grew these, and so it's going to add a little bit of spice. Now, if you don't have Thai peppers, of course, you can use jalapeno to whatever degree you want to make it work. But a little bit of pepper, a little bit of spice is nice. Okay, a little bit of spice is nice. And then for the bulk, we've got our nuts. Okay, and this is what's going to give it the creaminess. Of course, is our cashews, which are our go-to. It's a soft nut. It's got lots of great nutrition in there. And we're also doing some pine nuts in here with it. Again, another nice sort of, can make it real creamy type of nut. So we're gonna add those 2. And then we also have our parsley, okay? Now I gotta give a shout out to my man Keppra in Washington, D.C. This is his inspiration for this recipe was him, and it was one of my mentors and just a really phenomenal gentleman. So we're going to add to this one for the ranch flavor, we're going to use parsley. Okay, so I'm going to just chop up a little bit of parsley here. Okay, about 2 cups, maybe a little bit more. Okay, we're going to put that in here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this first to get some of the water out of the peppers and out of the onions. Okay, and then we'll add our nuts after that. Okay. Okay, so those are nice and blended, and we get those water ingredients first. I like this Omega blender because you don't need like a plunger. It has a thing called infinity, so it changes speed so you get all the air pockets out. So then I'm going to add my cashews. I've got about 3 cups of cashews. These are just raw cashew pieces. Okay, get them at Trader Joe's or wherever. And we're going to add those. Add about half of them and add about half of our pine nuts to start. Okay, do a little more blending. Okay, I hear you, baby. It's talking to me. And then I'm going to add a little more parsley. Okay. A little bit more parsley and a little bit more nuts. And the rest of my pine nuts too. Okay, so those will go in there. And then we'll just finish blending up. Okay, now sometimes Sometimes when you get a lot of whole ingredients stuck at the top, you might need to mix it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to mix it up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to add my salt and my pepper. I've got about a tablespoon of sea salt here. Okay, and then I've got some black pepper, and I'll add some pepper towards the end too. But the black pepper adds a nice little bit of spice to it. Okay. We're going to give this a little taste. It's nice and creamy. Excellent. Delicious. Okay, so now our cream, we have our cream or a ranch sauce, if you will. And we're going to just throw this right on our kale. Okay. All right. And then we're going to use our hands. Okay, it's the best way to mix it up. You don't obviously have to use your hands. I like using my hands. I like being close to my food. I like infusing love in it, love for those that are going to eat it, love for my wife in this case, love for the farmers. And, you know, it's all about the love, right? It makes the food taste better. So we're going to get some love in here. Okay, I've got this wonderful organic kale, local. I try to make my own kale. This is not my kale. I wish it was. But I try to use my kale whenever I can. Okay, look at that. Creamy, delicious. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of scallions. Okay, these are scallions that I grew in my yard. Arguably the green onions are the easiest thing to grow at home. So easy. You just get them from the store, cut them down to the white part, and then plant the white part. And water them regularly, and before you know it, you will be the master of your own scallions. And that's exciting. Okay, so, all right, so this looks pretty good. Okay, so we've got this beautiful creamy kale, creamy ranch kale. We're just going to plate this. And let's give it a shot. That is so good. I love it every time. It's got nice, almost Cool Ranch flavor. If you remember back in the day, eating Cool Ranch tortilla chips. Got a little heat to it. Apple cider vinegar is really nice. This is so good. Everybody that I've ever fed this to loves it. You're going to love it. Stay tuned because Bianca will be mixing up some superfood magic of her own with health food junkie Violaine Orban. Don't go away.
We'll see you in your meditation.
Here.
Through the
third
eye.
Yeah, you're not even on camera.